Hi, my name is Jackie Rangel. I'm actually Doctora Jacqueline Rangel. I was named after Jacqueline Kennedy. My parents were huge Kennedy fans. I am Mexican American, born in East LA. All of my family was born in Texas. We're the first generation not to be born in Texas, but to be born in California.
Where does your story begin? What moments shaped the woman you are today?
My story begins. Ooh, it's gonna be hard. My story begins with my parents. Um, Their story shaped me because when I was old enough to understand subtractive schooling, they let me know then when they were in school in Texas, in different parts of Texas, they were spanked or hit with a ruler by their teachers, by an educator, if they spoke any Spanish. So it was subtractive schooling. So the schools subtracted their cultural and linguistic assets from them. That has shaped me ever since I heard that story in my youth.
When did you face the fire? How did you rise from struggle with strength and grace?
So I faced the fire when we moved to Indiana after I met my husband. He's born and raised there. So we planned to get our undergraduate and graduate degrees, and I attended Indiana University. When I received my master's, I was in the 1% of the state of Indiana for Latinas to receive a master's degree. And that was difficult. Being there without any family for 7 years, raising two kids, working full time, going to school full time was not easy. There was a lot of loneliness and exhaustion, but seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and setting an example for not only my daughters, but for future generations was what pulled me through and how I ended up surviving, as well as the beautiful support from my husband.
How has being Latina shaped your path? In family, work, art, activism, sports, or the heart's calling?
So many institutions were not made for Latinos, much less for females and Latinas. Institutions of schooling, universities. So Shaping a Latina really formed me and who I am in that aspect. Our cultural, linguistic, religious aspects, those aren't common in many of the systemic spaces in this country. So being a Latina has shaped me and has really pushed me to move beyond my dreams, but really pushed me in a way where a shy, introverted young lady would turn out to be outspoken for what I believe in, for what we deserve, which is not to be erased, to be culturally recognized, because my family was here for generations and generations. We did not immigrate here. So I feel like my story is common, but it is uncommon in the aspect that nobody knows this story.
What victory lights your night sky? What does it mean for you and us?
So I have some victories and some goals that I set that I achieved that I never thought I would achieve. I was never a runner, and in my 40s, I became a runner. Ran 14 marathons, 3 triathlons, a Ragnar race, and from there, that led me to have the confidence to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, which is the seventh highest mountain in the world, and that was incredible. But when I reached that peak, I had the confidence to continue. And so I continued with the PhD, but that wasn't just for me. That was also for my father, who's no longer here with us. It's for my parents, it's for my family, it's for our culture, because when one of us is lifted, all of us are lifted. We are all there together in community, which is part of our culture.
When the world tried to erase you, what brought you back into your own light?
So it's a little bit funny because I found this sign and I just couldn't stop staring at it. So I bought it, hung it up in my office, and it says, underestimate me. That'll be fun. So before I challenged anything significant, anything at all. I looked at that sign, smiled, and thought to myself, this is going to be fun. People never believed in the things a nice kid could do. It was just pretty much erased all my life, unheard, unseen. It'll be fun to make this path for me and those that follow.
What wisdom flows from you to the next generation of Latinas?
So, whichever path you choose, always recognize that there were those before us. We aren't the first. We might be the few, but we aren't the first. So, there are those beautiful people before us that carved this path, this pathway. Whatever you choose to do in life will not be easy, but it can be done. And I'm proof of that. I always tell people that are pursuing whatever they are pursuing, I say, if I can do it, I know you can too. So do not go at it alone. Find your community, find those like minded people, give your testimonial, be who you are. Do not assimilate. Um, Easier said than done, but I've been through it. I've been in that 1%. Um, and it's worth every tear, every struggle, and every time you spent on what you believe in and what you want to do.